when did you guys found this company? When did you start?
So the company started at the end of 2012.
Okay. And bootstrap, seed funding?
So we've raised angel rounds or seed funding. So we've raised a little over 1.1 mil. Some really, really great investors, mostly local angels.
Yeah.
Some of the, I think, more prominent folks, and they're a really, really great group of entrepreneurs and operators who add a lot of value for us.
And how did you approach fundraising? I mean, because the thing is, you have an idea, you start the company, and you bootstrap, and then how did you go from idea to, you have your team, but then, even the initial seed, I don't know if you put your own money in, or like, how did you start, and then how did you get, because I know you guys went through Techstars as well, so
yeah.
What's the path there?
So we had a founding investor in Brewster Stanislaw, who kind of, when we had the initial idea, which we wrote around social gateways, was able to fund us a little bit to help us get to prototype, which was really great and sort of an unfair advantage, I think, that we sort of had there. And once we got there, we were able to keep going. And what helped us in our seed raise is that we had revenue, we had paying customers, and I think that's something that angel investors are really attracted to. Is you can actually see, this isn't just a product and a pitch. It's there are people who are actually getting real value.
And how did you find those initial customers?
A lot of elbow grease, working the phone, working the keyboard. We had a pretty. We have a pretty defined market of who we're selling to, so it's the Fortune 5000, it's the world's biggest brands, and then it's medium to large e-commerce companies. So, it's not that hard to create a target list for that, and sort of went through that, and then found, who in our network can introduce us.
How do you, when you're a young company, you probably have an MVP. How do you convince a Fortune 5000 company to actually give you money? That's tough.
Yeah, I think you have to be really authentic. You have to be really open about what you don't know.
Yeah.
The thing that's going to scare them off is we're a new company, but we think we know everything. Like, that's a surefire way to be like, all right, these guys don't get it. And you really have to build trust, and it's about relationships. So for us, it's demonstrating that we really are here to help you. And I mean, customer centricity is one of the core values of our company. And sales cycle takes 4 to 6 weeks in talking to these folks and helping them understand the challenges and the concerns.
Yeah.
And they take our code and they put it on their site. And in a lot of ways, that's the keys to the kingdom. Mm-hmm. So we really have to demonstrate that we are a trustworthy, good actor that's going to help you.
And are you basically just saying, like, do you approach it like, let's just do like a pilot test and see how it goes? Like, what's the way to get them from like interested to in the door and close?
Yeah, so I mean, we do a 1 month free trial, which we found is really valuable because a lot of what we're doing is very nascent data. So we have metrics like revenue per Facebook share, which is something like they've never seen before. I have no idea what a share is worth, right? And we find that once they kind of see those metrics in front of them, they just say, wow, this is really interesting. Like, I can use these to run my business. And then you want to pay for the service because you're already getting value from it.
Interesting. And do you find that most of them are like, when they'll jump into that free trial and then they convert?
Yeah, so I mean, we've had pretty high conversion rates off of trial. I think the hardest part is actually getting the trial to happen because, again, you have to deploy code on site.
Yeah.
You have to make this leap and say, I want to work with this partner.
Yeah.